Just answering a few questions from people who private message me. There's only 5 questions, so I'll get on with it. Can understand why a lot of people want to leave England and go and live abroad. Can understand why. Yeah, I can understand why. I mean, it's full of foreigners, isn't it? It's supposed to be England, but yeah, it's full of foreigners, people who shouldn't be here, illegal migrants who are coming every day. Certainly since Labour have come in, boat crossing, illegal migrants who shouldn't be here. So yeah, I can understand. It's full of foreigners in it, England now. I mean, it shouldn't be, but it is. I just hope in 8 years' time, when the new government comes in, if they'll just deport all them back, even if they've been here 8 years. We don't want them here. But at the moment, I can understand why a lot of people want to leave England. Yeah, I do. It's full of foreigners, like I just said. It's full of illegal migrants who shouldn't be here. Just keep coming every day. Stupid Labour have no intentions of the boat, of stopping the boats. Number 2, do I hate Labour and Starmer? Yeah, absolutely. I hate Labour. I didn't vote Labour, I voted Reform. And I hate Starmer, who's a traitor, he should be arrested. And so should all the Labour crew, as I've said already, and so should that Khan. They should all be arrested. Next question. This is just going to be about the seems another government question. These 5 questions about the government. Third question: do you see it getting better with Labour and Starmer in charge? No, only worse. I mean, I went to work today. I saw decent British homeless people. I mean, we're in a living crisis now, but I tried to help them out. I saw 2 homeless geezers. I give them £1 each. You may say that's a bit tight, isn't it? But we're in a living crisis, so. And certainly since Labour come in, bills have gone up, everything. I mean, we're in a living crisis. That's been for a while. I've walked past them. I walked past 2 geezers. I give them £1 each. I would have given more, but it's getting to a point now where a lot of people can't put the eating on in their house. I'm having to be careful with my eating. Getting to a point where a lot of people are struggling to feed themselves. A lot of people having to cut 3 meals a day to 1 because that's all they can afford. But yeah, unfortunately I'm eating enough. My family is, but yeah, I tried to help decent people. These homeless people seemed British people who are homeless. I walked past them. I helped them out, give them a bit of money. I'd love to have helped them more, but we're in a living crisis, as I said. And yet we've got decent people, homeless decent people, who are nice people. I shake one of their hands. We've got a lot of decent British people, like I've just said, on the streets, living on scraps, sleeping on the streets, relying on money, and like I give them some and relying on others giving them stuff. And yet we've got illegal migrants, foreigners who shouldn't even be here, just getting free food in a hotel. And yet we've got innocent, decent English people rotting on the street. I mean, basically, when it should be the other way around. But that's what it is. I mean, madness for anybody but voted Labour. I mean, what did you expect? Seriously, what did you expect? Things are only going to get worse with Labour, not better. I'll answer 2 more, as there's only 2 more questions or 1 more. There's 3 questions to pick from, I'll just pick 2. What would I do if I was in charge? Well, I'd make sure the decent British people had at home. I know these illegal migrants I won't even have in the country. I mean, if the ones that have come from France or other countries, the ones that have come here ever since Labour have come in, I'd have made sure I'd have turned the boats back. And if they'd have died, I could not have cared less. Would have been their own fault for crossing. I'd have said, no, go back. I'd have crossed the boats and made sure, I'd have turned the boats around and made sure they'd gone back. And if they'd have died, I wouldn't have cared. They shouldn't have. They come here illegally, they shouldn't be allowed to stay here. So if I was in charge, I'd have turned the boats around, by force for them and made them go back to France or wherever it is they've come from? Do we have sympathy for the illegal migrants who've died recently, since Labour have come in? Do I have sympathy for them? No. Do I have sympathy for even the kids? No. Couldn't care less. I'm more happy than sad. Who cares? We don't want them here, so if they die, like in Rocky IV, if they die, they die. I hate them. So do I feel sorry for the ones who've died, even the kids? No, I don't. I couldn't care less. I'm more happy than sad. I hate illegal migrants, so why would I care whether the kids or not if they die? If they die, they die. Last question and that'll be it. Just picking the last question. I saw your Top Gun NES review. What do I think of the second game? It's bad, I believe. It's bad, I believe. I've yet to play it, but we'll see. I have to review that when I beat it and see. Alright, that's all the questions there is, so there's no more to answer.